and welcome to JwillAutoBlog episode 3. I'm going to continue with the week's news. I was away for 2 weeks, so I'm back again, and I'm just going to catch up on the news, what happened. So what happened, Gumball 3000 rolled through Toronto. That is a huge thing, not only for Canada, but it's pretty neat that Gumball 3000 chose Toronto to take their party in. It's pretty neat that they were able to do that, and Toronto allowed them to roll through. So they're on our roads, on the highways and all that. I'm kind of disappointed I wasn't here for that because it would have been really cool to actually see these supercars roll through the QEW, and that's pretty neat. So what Gumball 3000 is, basically celebrities, millionaires, stuff like that. They go around the world in 7 to 8 days usually. This year it started in London and ended in New York City. They visited cities such as Amsterdam, Stockholm, Copenhagen, Boston, Montreal, Toronto, and Niagara Falls. So they took that whole route. Usually they do different routes, but this year they stuck to just 2 continents. So it was really neat knowing that they were here. And now we'll begin with some car news. First car news is BMW. BMW has finally released a 6-cylinder for the 7 Series. The 7 Series is the biggest model that BMW offers, and they're going to basically downsize the engine to correlate with the tough emissions that's going to start happening in 2014, and they've really done a good job on this. What they've done is they put the twin-turbo 6-cylinder that is in the 3 Series and the 5 Series. In the 3 Series and 5 Series, they're only 300 horsepower, but they maxed out the turbos on this one and made it 312 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. It's 0 to 60 in around 5.6 to 5.8 seconds. That's all you really need if you're going to be just daily commutes with the 7 Series. Of course, it doesn't have the amenities that the upper 7 Series have, but it's a good thing for BMW to start breaking into the better fuel mileage, because that's what's going to start happening soon with electric cars and things like that. And continuing with changes from engines, downsizing, transmissions changing, let's continue with Ford. Ford has decided with their Fiesta to put the twin clutch transmission in it, and it actually has improved the highway fuel economy to 40 miles per gallon and 32 miles per gallon in the city, or 30 miles per gallon. It was close to their estimates that they originally had told consumers. It's a pretty exciting thing knowing that the Ford Fiesta is a fuel sipper, but also is going to be a fun to drive vehicle. It actually has now beat the Honda Fit and the class-leading Toyota Yaris in fuel savings, and it's a pretty cool thing to know that it's an American company to do that, and the Ford Fiesta is such a great vehicle, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing it. I was looking at purchasing one, but I didn't want to wait till September, so if they had released it a bit earlier, I probably would have bought one. They're good cars, great fuel sippers, and I'm really excited for Ford. So it continues to be busy with switching transmissions and the powertrains of all the big car makers out there. The Audi has actually decided to put the 8-speed ZF transmission into their A4s, their Q5s, anything with the 2-liter turbos, the little 4 cylinders. They're putting the 8 speeds into them, which is definitely going to improve fuel economy not only on the highway but also in the city. What 8 speeds does is basically disperses the RPMs so that you get better fuel economy, and the RPMs can stay lower. They're not necessarily performance type of transmission. They're more aimed at fuel misers and fuel sippers just to get better fuel mileage out of their vehicles. And I think it is a really smart thing that Audi's doing. Of course, everyone's changing their powertrains and all that to really cope with the upcoming fuel emissions that it's going to happen. So I'm really excited that Audi's really taking a stand and going to actually make a change and put the 8 speeds in all their vehicles, which is going to be great for them. So Volkswagen has also released a shocker to the media. They have officially started to develop some sort of an electric vehicle for the North American and European market. Now, they have always been known for their diesel technology and their diesel. But what's going on is times are changing and electric vehicles are what's in. So they've decided to start putting electric hybrids into their Jettas, Golfs, and Passats in the upcoming years. Now, once the Volkswagen Up comes out in 2012 or 2013, they're going to actually start making fully electric vehicles from their Passat and their Jettas and their Golfs. So I don't know how that's going to go for them. I really hope that they do well with it, but I'm more of the diesel guy, so I'm really surprised that they would actually fall into that mainstream trap. And I think that's something that as a company they're going to do great with, because once again they're a mainstream. It's a mainstream electric vehicle, and everything's going to turn into electric, as BMW has shown, Porsche has shown with their new hybrids. And I really look forward to seeing what exactly the numbers are. Apparently they're going to be like 112 horsepower. Not that huge on that, but they're going to be competing with the other electric cars that Toyota and Honda and all those hybrids are going to compete with. So I'm really looking forward to see how that goes for the Jetta and how it goes for the Golf and Passat. But we'll see how it goes, and I'm actually pretty excited, yeah, if you couldn't tell. So some new cars spied upon: the Buick Regal wagon. So it's going to look like probably similar to the CTS wagon does, only of course they're Regal. And it's going to be exciting for GM that they're just expanding that Regal platform right away, even though they have yet to release it. It's coming out late this year, early next year, what's going to happen. But I'm really looking forward to the Regal. It's a beautiful vehicle, and the wagon looks like it could sell and it could compete with those 3 Series wagons or the 5 Series wagon, the in-between class there, the Audi wagons, like the higher class type of vehicles. And this couple weeks, bombshell is Honda once again. Honda has decided to, for whatever reason, wait for the redesign to come out till next year. Now, Honda has been very consistent in every 5 years upgrading the look of the Civic and look of their vehicles. And for whatever reason, they're not going to release it this year. They're going to release it next year. So the excuse that the American Honda Corporation boss basically said was, oh, it's been a tough year for us, tough economy. Yeah, I'm not believing one bit of that. I think they're just, for whatever, lagging that on. And come on, GM's been in a huge tough spot too, but they're smart and they're releasing new vehicles. So Honda is a very good company, but come on, you said every 5 years you release a new Civic, and it's going to be 6 years. So it's going to be overdue, and I'm looking forward to seeing it, of course, but you should have released it this year, and it probably would have boosted your sales. So, in conclusion, this is JwillAutoBlog episode 3, transmissions, and peace out.